Everyone, we'll give it a few minutes for people to get in here and then we'll start. What did everyone trade today? I finally got that haircut that I was talking about. How do you guys like the shorter hair, shorter beard? Testing some new things out. What's up, Val? What's up, Sam? Me and Sam found a really good spot to get wings here. The only problem was that he got a flat tire when he was leaving, so I don't know if he's gonna want to go back to that place. Bao traded 100 stocks today. Bao trades every stock every day. What's up, James? Congrats on a new barbershop, man. It looks amazing. When are you gonna give me a haircut and a fresh fade? Can you like do MIC like on the side of my hair? What's up, Harrison? Give it like another minute or two for some more people to join and then I'm gonna get started. Funny mentioning the MIC thing on the side of my head. My brother Alan, who kind of lives half the year in Vegas, is back in Jersey for a couple months, and he's getting a tattoo next month in New York City. This guy's ridiculous. He's spending $1,000 just to get in the door of this tattoo artist, and then he's gonna pay $500 to get a tattoo. And the reason why he wants to go to this tattoo artist and not someone else is because this specific tattoo artist tattooed Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott, and Justin Bieber. And if you know anything about my brother, he's like so into that stupid shit. So he wants to tell people that he got a tattoo from the same people. But what a ripoff. It's $1,000 locate fee to get in the fucking door with these people. But he wants me to go with him, like for support. And I'm thinking of getting a tattoo as well. Maybe getting MIC like on my arm or something like that. I haven't really decided yet. I don't know what I want to do. I've always kind of been not really into tattoos until I knew something that really mattered to me. And I don't think there's anything that matters more to me than MIC, so maybe it's the perfect thing to tattoo to myself. I don't know, just bullshitting as we're kind of waiting for people to get in here. All right, let's get started. So what I like to do on these Instagram lives is kind of walk you through my process in the morning, what I'm kind of thinking, how I'm feeling in the morning, to see if like you guys can relate to it and what we could do kind of together to fix this, right? So let's talk about Sunday, right? So Mondays are my worst performing days trading, and this is just a fact. I've tracked my stats for about 5 years and it's told me that Mondays are my worst. And after speaking to Dr. Brett about it multiple times, I've recognized that the reason why Mondays are my worst days is because I'm so excited to get back trading after the weekend that my entries are always too early because I just want to be in a stock. I just want to get back to working. I just want to be back trading. So every single Monday, I remind myself to take it slow, take it slow, take it slow, size down, size down, size down. So coming into Mondays, what I like to do on Sundays is get a good amount of sleep, get a good amount of rest, relax, and be sure that I'm not drinking, I'm not doing anything to harm my body, wake up early and focused. And it turns out that I had a friend over last night and we were hanging out, and this friend didn't leave until like midnight. So, and I didn't really eat any dinner last night, so I had like some chocolate cake. So already my process was fucked on Sunday. I was staying up late and I had chocolate cake for dinner. And although it sounds amazing, that's not right. That's not right. So I woke up this morning, I made an effort to wake up this morning pretty early, and I woke up early and I saw the stock SIMT. What was that S stock? That, can you just write in here so I could kind of say the right thing? I saw that S stock moving, and what I saw in the morning was that it had a 1 for 30 reverse split, and the float was around 25 million. So this stock after split had less than a million share float. SNIT. By the way, what is SNIT trading at right now? So coming into the day, seeing that this stock was a recent reverse split, had less than a million share float, I was scared. I was scared of it. I didn't want to mess around with it. I didn't want to touch it. I was just deathly afraid of it. So, well, my game plan was this: do not touch it on the short side until there's a clear reason to be shorting it. And my clear reason, the setup that's been working, knock on wood, 90% of the time, a 90% win rate on the setup, is the death line setup. So what I did is I pulled up the chart, I pulled up the line chart because I think the death line is a lot clearer on the line chart. And I said to myself at 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning before the market even opened, that if 350 breaks, if the 350 death line breaks, this has a shot to go to 3. And it did literally exactly that. So I avoided it in the 440s, I avoided it in the 4s, I avoided it in the 380s, and what ended up happening is 350 broke, I sized into it, and I covered around $3 for about 50 cents and made a decent amount of money. So I was happy about that. I let the trade come to me, I let the setup come to me. I was basically just following my rules, plotted out the death line at 350, and just took it from there. So today was a good day trading for that. But you know, when there are good trading days, there's also bad trades that I have too, right? So let's talk about OBLN, the stock that I lost money on today. So OBLN, I had a plan to short it at $7, and pre-market it was at $5.50, right? So if my plan was to short it at $7 and it hit $5.50, I got FOMO, right? I got FOMO pre-market. I'm like, fuck, if this just pops towards 6 or 6.50, I'm gonna short it, and that's gonna be my plan. But if I was smart and I basically just followed the plan that I laid out for the members in the morning, I would have made money. So seeing it go to $5.50 in the morning had me upset. So I got in too early. I started shorting it too early, and then a Furu pump and dump chat room started pumping it, and I was stuck. So, you know, I wasn't gonna get greedy. I wasn't gonna say I'm right, this guy's wrong. I basically took my loss and moved on. And it's just frustrating to me that if I just stuck to the plan that I had, which was $7, I would have made money. But instead, I let my emotions get in the way. And after I saw it at $5.50 pre-market, I said, there's no way it's hitting 7. I said, there's no way it's going to $6.50. There's no way, no way, no way. And in trading, you guys know there's always something crazy that could fucking happen. So that's kind of what I was doing today. So I lost money on OBLN, lost about a couple $1,000, but I made 3 or 4 times that on my SMIT winner, right? So what I kind of wanted to talk about is the power of kind of letting a trade work out and the power of having a plan. So my plan, I had a plan on both stocks. One stock, I followed my plan and I made money. The other stock, I didn't follow my plan and I lost money. Had I followed my plan, I would have made money. So SMIT, my plan was short the death line, cover quickly. Plan on OBLN was short 7. If I just waited and shorted 7, I would have made money 3 or 4 times because I saw bout trading the channel too. So, I mean, you know, Mondays are always tough for me, and I'm always battling with myself on Mondays. But at the end of the day, if I could kind of recognize what my problems are and try to fix them, that's the goal of these Instagram lives, is to kind of walk you through, you know, what I'm thinking, what my thought process is, how I can improve, and you know what I did right and what I did wrong. So, I mean, trading is not easy, and if everyone is watching the same stock, it's going to be a very hard stock to play. So what I like to do is, I thought no one was really focused on OBLN. So that was the stock that I was kind of most interested in, but it turned out because it had such light volume that these pumpers were all over it. So that's kind of what I was kind of messing around with today. Do you guys have any questions for me, or any comments that you want me to kind of walk you through, or something that wasn't really clear? I'll kind of go over it again, because again, these Instagram lives are to not only benefit me but to benefit you. So if you have any questions or you have anything that's a little bit unclear, let me know, and we'll kind of walk through it. Let me talk about the Philly event while we're here. So in 2 weeks, we're having our first 1 year event. I mean, I guess you only have a 1 year event once, but we're having our first live trading event. So what does that mean? What is a live trading event? So on August 17th, which is our 1 year anniversary, we're going to be hosting a free meetup open to MIC members and open to non-MIC members from 11 o'clock to 2 p.m. at the Liberty View in Philadelphia. We have a bar, we have some food. You should be there 100% to network and meet other traders. Trading is a very lonely business. You won't meet much traders in the real world, but imagine being in a room surrounded by hundreds of traders who understand what you're going through and who could kind of help you improve, right? So use it as a way to network, because most traders are not full-time traders. They are the best doctors, lawyers, engineers in the world who have extra money that want to supplement their income. So a lot of people that trade are very, very smart in the real world. So being able to network with people like that is also very important. And not to mention, the event is 100% free. No upsell, no upcharge, no DVD, no timeshare, nothing like that. So you'd be a fool not to show up, literally a fool. So that's gonna be on August 17th, which is our 1 year anniversary. Hard to believe that we haven't even been around for a year and we're fucking churning out consistent traders. Like James is fucking amazing. Like just a shout out to you, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm so like you make me more, you make me hungrier to get better at my own trading, right? You make me hungrier to try to improve my trading, because I see your success and I see the work that you put in, and it motivates me to kind of work harder. And not to mention, you are a business owner. James owns a bunch of high-end barbershops, and I think you opened up your third barbershop over the weekend, and I think your goal is to have a lot more. I think it's, 10 barbershops is your goal? But I respect that, and because James is a business owner, he knows what it's like to kind of be your own boss, because trading is not if you treat trading as a hobby, you're doomed, right? Something that Tosh kind of resonated with me is that when he heard me say that I treat trading like a business and not a hobby, is when he started to get things to click for him. You have to have a set of rewards and punishments. You have to pretend like you have a boss over your shoulder watching you. That's kind of what your trading accountability buddy is. Someone to kind of watch over you and make sure you're doing everything right. So the sooner you treat trading as a business rather than gambling or a hobby, the sooner you will find success, right? So back to the live trading event. August 18th is our rest day, kind of the day to see the sights. If you have your wife, your girlfriend, significant other, kids, you could kind of take them around Philly on the 18th. And then Monday is the best part of the whole event. So Monday is exclusively for annual and lifetime members at MIC. And what that is it's going to be from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to have a live trading session. We are going to have a bunch of trading workshops. We're going to have mentorship sessions. Bring your laptop, trade along with us. We're going to have the whole thing recorded. So imagine you see us walk you through our process every day. So what we do is Bao looks at the lines, I look at the lines, we come together and we try to make a plan for the stock. We look at the fundamentals, we look at we do our due diligence on the stock. After that, we plan our entries, we plan our exits. What is our stop? So you're gonna be seeing the whole process of how me and Bao, what we're thinking and how we react before and after the trade. And that is literally priceless. Imagine you have professional traders in front of you walking you through their process, and you have your laptop right next to you kind of trying to reverse engineer what we're doing. So again, this event is 100% free for annual and lifetimes, And something that you have to remember that I hate that I have to keep mentioning is that at other events, not only are they going to charge you thousands of dollars to get into the event, the whole point of the event is to sell you their high-priced, outdated DVD. That's their whole goal. Their whole goal is to sell you their DVD, their $5,000 program, their $8,000 package, this and that. And so you're going to pay $2,000 to show up, then you're going to pay an extra $5,000 for their DVD. And after $7,000, you're going to realize that their DVD is outdated by 3 years. So that's not our agenda. We have no agenda. That's why the whole session is going to be about education, 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 education. So that's August 17th, 18th, and 19th in Philadelphia. So we'll see you then. Let me kind of scroll back through some of these questions while I was talking. Sorry. How many strategies do you have shorting? So there is the low-hanging fruit strategy, which is one of the best setups. The death line strategy, which I think is, again, it is the simplest concept to understand and it has the highest win rate. And then we have short into resistance strategy. So about three short setups. And then we have the first bounce strategy for longs. How many shares did you have on SINT? I think about 10 or 15,000 shares. Not that much. I think I made like 50 cents a share on it, maybe more. Do you have any questions for me? I made a really good Instagram live last week about stressful trading. If you haven't seen that, you definitely should watch it. But the quick notes about that specific video is that you should use stress as your trigger that you are in the wrong trade. If you are feeling stressed in a trade, that means that you have not planned for it enough, you have not prepped for it enough, or you are in too big. Trading should not be stressful. And if you feel stressed, use that as kind of the trigger in your head to say, hey, let me just get out, let me take a small loss, and let me come back. So that was last week's Instagram live. I also spoke about hidden buyers and sellers on last week's Instagram live. So if you haven't seen that, I definitely suggest you watch it. How do you manage keeping emotions out of a trade? So great question. So number one is what I mentioned at the beginning of this Instagram live is that I plan my trades. I plan every single one of my trades. I plan what happens if shit goes right, what happens if shit goes wrong, and what can I do? What is my stop, right? All these things. So what I like to kind of do is if I have a plan and I have a detailed plan, then I shouldn't be emotional. So for example, if my plan on SMIT or SIMT, whatever the fuck it is, if my plan was short the death line at 350, this is what I would do. I'd write it on a post-it note. Entry, 350. Target, $3. What is my stop if things go wrong? 365, right? So if I have an entry, a target, a stop, a thesis, why should I feel emotional? If I'm feeling emotional, it probably means that I'm in too big. So if you feel like you are emotional, that means that either A, your plan is not good enough, B, you don't have a good stop, or C, you're in too big. So try to fix those problems first, and then you will find yourself being less emotional in trades. Also, here's also a very big problem. Also, another very big problem is that if you have a losing trade, you're automatically on tilt. You automatically feel like, oh my God, I gotta make it back, and you screw up your mentality. So after you take a losing trade, it's best to just walk away for 10 or 15 minutes, clear your head, and come back. Hope that helps. What was my line on SMSI? I was not interested in trading SMSI. I was not interested. I lost money on it on Friday. I was kind of traumatized from Friday. And I told myself today, you know what? It's not worth the stress. I'm not going to mess around with it. How was Mykonos? Mykonos was unbelievably amazing. Greece is beautiful. I had the time of my life there. I had the best vacation ever there. The food was incredible. Everything was incredible. I cannot wait to go back. The worst part was that the flight was like 13 or 14 hours. That was pretty brutal. What did you guys trade today? Or what did everyone else kind of trade today? Or what do you guys, what are some of the common problems that you guys are struggling with so that I can see if I can help you? MBY. No trades. MBY. So let me kind of walk you through what I was thinking on MBY, right? Let me walk you through what I was thinking on MBY. I was watching it in the morning, hit 160, and I wasn't really interested in it. And then when I saw 160 double top again, I was like, fuck, this looks like a great setup. Let me try to get in. I tried shorting it at 158. I didn't fill SSR. Tried shorting it at 155. Didn't fill SSR. Tried shorting it at 150. SSR doesn't fill. I tried shorting it this, that, and then it just tanked. So SSR is tough because I feel like you cannot chase weakness on SSR. You have to only short strength. And on MBY specifically, after 160 double top, it was nearly impossible to get a fill. Looks like Slack is down. I'll contact Slack as soon as I finish this Instagram live, see what the deal is. Slack is like a $25 billion company. They should never be able to go down, but you never know what's happening on their back end. Any other questions, guys? I might just wrap up this Instagram live and try to figure out the Slack issue so I can help the members out. How to avoid early entry, aka FOMO. So this is a great question. So something that has helped me with avoiding FOMO is this. Say I want my starter size to be 500 shares. Say I want it to be 500 shares. That's gonna be my starter size. If I feel FOMO, if I just feel like I need to get it out of my system, I'm gonna do, if my starter size is 500 shares, I'm gonna take a starter size of 100 shares, a fifth of my position. And what is that gonna do? Yeah, I'm not gonna make money on 100 shares. I'm not gonna make money doing that, but as long as I get that one starter out of my system, the FOMO automatically escapes my body. And if I'm using a fifth of my starter size, not max size, a fifth of my starter size on that entry, then I know that I'll be fine. Also, something that you could do that Bao does very, very well is put out fantasy orders. So what a fantasy order is an order, a limit order outside of the market, and you wait for it to hit. And what we kind of relate that to is fishing. You put out your fishing rod, you put out your fishing order, and if the fish hits it, you get it. If it doesn't, you're not. Slack issue. All right, let me kind of wrap up this Instagram live and try to figure out this Slack issue. Sorry for this being kind of all over the place. I just want to make sure that the members have access to Slack. So last week's Instagram live covered trading psychology, stressful trading, and hidden sellers. Today's Instagram live kind of covered FOMO, entries, and making a plan. So I highly suggest that you guys watch these Instagram lives multiple times. And if you have any questions about the Philly event, or you have any questions for me or MIC, you could hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, or email tosh@myinvestingclub.com, and we'll get you an answer, or we'll reply to your email in less than a day. So thanks again for showing up. I'm sorry for kind of cutting this off early. Let me see what's going on with Slack.